What is ecological studies? Then what is ecology? Come on, let us give the textbook definition that is given there. What is ecology? The study of how an organism interact with their environment. All organisms must interact with biotic and non-abiotic factors. Nothing but non-living things surround them. It is Mr. Ernst Haeckel, a German geologist, who coined the term ecology in the year 1866. According to him, oikos and logia are otherwise called as logos. Oikos and logos. What is oikos according to German language? It is called as house. Logos means what? The steady. Nothing but it is the meaning of study of house of living. House of living. Study of house of living is called as ecology. See this one, study of house or the study of environment in which we is called as ecology. If we know what type of interactions that are happening in the environment, then only we can keep the environment safe and clear. See here, by studying ecology, the emphasis is to put on how every organism needs others for their peaceful coexistence. Having no idea on ecology will be responsible for degradation of land and environment. So, in order to conserve the land as well as the environment, what is important is the ecological studies. Ecological studies is very important. Let me give one particular example. The pollution. The air pollution is happening on a large scale. When the people are polluting the environment, the ecologists are asking for going for afforestation. The ecologists are asking for afforestation. What do you mean by afforestation? Growing trees in those areas where the trees are not there. All the empty lands, all the barren lands, you need to grow the trees so that the tree is the one which will be absorbing the carbon dioxide and it will be releasing the oxygen. Now, the modern ecologists are giving the best examples like don't go for afforestation just with a one plant or the other plant. Let us go for afforestation only with the plants like neem or the things like the people plant. Why? Because the people plant, where it is called as it will be releasing the product called as isoprene. What the ecologist has discovered recently, will be releasing certain enzyme called as isoprene by the people. This isoprene is the one which is very useful for the controlling of the pollution there. Due to this isoprene, you can find the more accumulation or more sequestration of the carbon dioxide and more releasing of the oxygen. Therefore, these two plants are the very important plants. Whenever you are planting nearby, then you can find the degradation of the environment to the minimum. Also, whenever you are talking about the man has polluted many things, like say for example, the land is being polluted, the water body is polluted, not just the air, the land and the water are also polluted. Maybe because of one particular product called as oil. Whenever the man is bringing the oil over the water or he is extracting the oil or the natural gas from the land, some of the oil spills will be found. In order to control these oil spills and in order to control the area, the land, the water purity, what the institution like TERI, there is an institution called as TERI. What is this TERI? TERI is nothing but the Energy and Research Institution of India, a very wonderful institution that is there in India. It has developed one particular product called as oil zappers and oilovoring. It's called as oilovorus. Yes, name of the product is called as oilovorus. What is the importance of this organization and what is the importance of these oil zappers? In fact, these two products that are developed here are the combination of bacteria. A group of 5 bacteria were being selected and this particular bacteria is having the ability to observe or nothing but to separate the oil from the water as well as the land. It will be consuming, the bacteria will be consuming the oil and get converts that oil into carbon dioxide and water. When it is released in the form of carbon dioxide and water, these two are the very common products that are found in the environment. Therefore, the land as well as the water will get purified naturally. This is what the first one. On the same lines, resource allocation. All plants and animals have their role in the environment. Just now we talked about the oil zappers. The plants like people, neem, animals like the bacteria have their role in the environment as they have shared limited natural resources such as air, minerals, space. Lack of ecological studies may be cause of deprivation of these natural resources. Absolutely, this is what the next very importance of the ecological studies. The third one is called as energy conservation. The entire living organisms need energy such as nutrition, light, radiation. There are a number of such energies that are required for the species. So lack of ecological studies will cause the destruction of energy resources. Oil, coal, natural gases are non-renewable resources which will destroy the ozone layer. Eco-friendliness, it helps to appreciate living among the organisms. This will follow the natural order of things. Some of the other things like I can find the very important things like, let me write the things here. You can make note of these things as it is. You can make note of this one like what is the other importance of the ecological studies, like you can find life processes and adaptations. You can understand the life processes and adaptations of different species. Also, you can find how the life is being distributed, distribution and abundance. Because of the study of the ecology, what you can understand is why a species is distributed in one particular area, why that particular distribution of the species is not there in the other area. Also, how many species are there in one particular locality where it is called as the abundance of the organisms. All this can be understood with the help of the ecological studies. Also, you can understand the movement of the material, the movements of the materials. What do you mean by the movements of the materials? And the energy flow and the energy through abiotic and biotic. Means what? Suppose if this is the three spheres. What are these three spheres? As you know, this is atmosphere, this is the lithosphere, this is the hydrosphere. How the resources, nothing but how the material and the energy are moving, not only to the biosphere, also from the biosphere back to atmosphere, lithosphere and the hydrosphere. How the movements of the materials are happening. These movements can be understood only because of the ecological studies. Then how the successive developments. You can find the successive development of the ecosystem. How that successive development of the ecosystem can take place. All these things can be understood by the help of the study called as ecological studies. It helps in understanding the problems faced by the modern man. Problems faced by the modern man. Whatever the problems that are faced by the modern man, almost all the solutions are being brought by the ecological studies. Therefore, the ecological studies are very, very important. Like whenever I am talking about the problems faced with the modern man and the solutions, say for example, this is one. Recently, the scientists have discovered such a fungus called aspergillus, where it is having the ability to break plastic. as it is having the ability to break the plastic, as the plastic is a non-degradable, non-biodegradable product. This particular fungus is having the ability to break this one. Therefore, it is a great breakthrough, and it is the importance of the ecological students.